As of now, I think you know 3 methods to do web scraping. First one gonna be API, which learned in previous lesson. Second one gonna be BeautifulSoup. And the last one gonna be Splinter. So I need someone to help me quickly point out what the difference between these three. Anyone want to chime in?
Splinter is an automated way of scraping, right? While BeautifulSoup is manually you have to go and actually you have to get it done. While Splinter will do it for you. If you have a very big website, it will get it done automatically. While API, I think you need to use a key, right? You need an API key, and that's how you get information from the website. Sorry, I'm just trying to answer your question.
No, that's good. That's good. You cover most point. Just slightly something more than that. But yeah, that's I think a good understanding general. Anyone want to add in? I think I have to call on someone. Alex, what do you think?
Is it like API is the database kind of the website provides, and BeautifulSoup and Splinter, you grab it from the HTML, like base code from the website?
Okay, yeah, that's another aspect which is correct. API is provided by the website for the user. Actually, not normal user. It's mostly API only used by developer, because what API mean is application programming interface. So you know, I'm title programming interface. So this interface is not for user because it's for the app. So for the programmer to write an app to access the data. Why this two is user interface. User interface is the one that user actually see in the website when they open it. So that's the first difference that you can see. So the API is for building using code, and these other two is for a view of user when they see it. And so I try to write something. So first is cost. API normally require you pay something to get the key. Normally, sometimes they provide a free API, but not every service have the free API. So not always available. While this is always available, and no key. Okay. The other thing is API is the requirement is requirement service to provide API documentation, like how to access the data. Why these two is do it yourself, DIY. Because you go to the website and you try to get the data using the web version, but not using your eye to see it, but you try to use the code to get the data back in. So not service, I think it's a service owner. So the one who built the API for you. What else? We have the speed. Speed, this one is the fastest. This one is medium, and this one is slowest. So anybody know why you have this kind of speed?
Is it because Splinter actually goes to the website and then click on the page?
Yeah. So that's correct. Splinter actually have to open the website. And when you open Chrome on your machine, it takes some time to open it, right? To render the web, you can see like color, font, and whatnot. But API, we don't have anything like color or font or display on UI. It's only data. So it's the fastest way. And in BeautifulSoup, the speed normally is going to be faster if we don't have any interaction. It's going to be equal. Like if we open the website with Splinter and we do nothing, it's going to be similar to what you do with BeautifulSoup. Maybe a little bit slower, but if you want to open a website and click in some button, then it's going to be slower because you have to actually click some button, right? Not we click it, but the machine have to click it in the background. And what else we can do? We can have a what's the difference?
So I have a question. So in the module, we learned to click the button, use Splinter. I don't remember, like, is there a way to do that without Splinter? So you have to write the code to go to the next page or something?
It has to be done through Splinter. So that's
Okay.
going to
Okay.
interaction.
Okay.
So user interaction. No, and yes. Because we cannot have any user interaction. The API is always background, running in background without any user interaction. You cannot click a button in API. And similar to BeautifulSoup, this one is for the data that's come in and you get all the data in. But it require you to click a button like a login or like a select button or next button, then you have to use Splinter, or you can use Selenium, another thing you can try. Similar to Splinter. I think it's included in Splinter package as well, the part of it. User interaction and I think about it before, but I just forget. We have requirement, speed, user interaction. What else? Okay, I think that's enough. We can try to come back to this table later when we build a flow chart of when to do what. So here I'm trying to build a flow chart. I will share my other screen with the flow chart. This one is just way too much. I have a template, so I will delete everything and we start from scratch. So now we come to the question when we want to use which option. So we have three things, right? We have Splinter, we have API, we have BeautifulSoup, and we only want the faster option, correct? We don't want our app to be slow. So first questions, we're going to use this one. Is the API available? So if the answer is yes, which one gonna use? Is available, and which option you wanna use? Any idea?
Would it be BeautifulSoup?
Why?
Because you don't need any key or you don't need any. And it's I'm just speculating here.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you have a good point of without getting a key. So API available and you are happy paying for it. Let's make it more straightforward. What do you think now?
If we are happy to pay, then we will use API
Why?
because it's fastest.
Okay, good point. Fastest. So you use API. It's not only fastest, but it's easier to maintain as well. Because the web can change frequently, but the API is normally it's not going to change anytime soon. And if it change, it's going to have a new version, like version 1 and version 2. And if they change to version 2, you still have access to version 1, you can still use it. So it's more maintainable. So yeah, I can put that in here. In our table, and you can have it later, faster and maintainable. The problem with the UI, because the web gets changed every day, right? Even Facebook, they change the UI often, but the API stays static for a very long time. And if they have a new version, they still support the old version, which means your code still running fine in the old version without any update in your code. So now we come to another thing. We have, maybe we don't have enough money to pay for the API. Like we are a broke student in Toronto who have to pay very high rent for, I know what student, COVID hit, but the rent still high. And, or maybe the API is not even available for this service. What do you think the main factor to decide now? Because we don't have API, so we have two options. I think you have another question here. So what do you think is the question?
Yes, Splinter is automated, right? While BeautifulSoup is manual, right?
Actually, that they are both automated in some sense.
Oh, okay.
And both manual in some sense. You have to go in and check the code to make sure that there is like what you want. So yeah, you can consider it both way. What's the main difference between
The user interaction, like
correct? That's correct. Yeah. Thank you. Can you elaborate?
because in Splinter, we can directly interact with it through web page as compared to the BeautifulSoup.
Okay, so if we want to do interaction, then which option we gonna use?
If you want interaction, then we will surely use Splinter. Otherwise, go for BeautifulSoup.
Good. So we have a very simple flowchart that explain when to use which, and I think that's pretty good. You have the idea and why we use each one. So I think it's better than you just follow the structure of the question and say, hey, use Splinter. In real life, nobody gonna ask you to have to use either one of these. You have to make your own decision why you want to use. And more often than not, your boss gonna ask you, what do you want to do with this situation? And you have to know the trade-off between each option, right? You have to explain why you want this and why it's not other option. Or like, we can do both, but this is cheaper. This one require you paying API cost, API key. So I think this is even it's like how 1 to like 5 boxes, 2 questions. But yeah, it is a simple version, but at least it provides some information for you. And this kind of method to figure out an option for your project, for your task, it's kind of be helpful in the real world work environment when you have to not only pick an option for you, but maybe for a team and have to explain it to other stakeholder, like why you use that option. And do you have other better option, and is that even available, or the better option require more money? So it's a lot of question. It's not just always straightforward.
Sorry, what does user interaction mean? If you can just explain that.
Okay. Can I ask you, Aditi, to explain the user interaction part? Why we have to use either of these?
Because that maybe I'm not sure about that, because when I remember when we run the Splinter, a separate window opens, and we can see what's it's no. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer. Sorry.
Okay, that's
I think
fine.
it's have to do with, like you can press like buttons and all, like the
Yeah.
next on a web page, for example. That
Yeah. So think of BeautifulSoup as you go to the website, you get the HTML code a bit, and that's it. You have no option to do anything, any interaction, any input other than open the web URL. Let's say you open Chrome and you put it in web, and then you see the first page, and if that what you want, then you can use BeautifulSoup. But if you want more, you want to click some button, you want to select something on the screen, and then it's open something new for you.
Yeah.
That means interaction. And if you want interaction, you have to use Splinter.
Got it. Thank you.
I hope it makes sense. So now I'm gonna put the table in here. So maintenance low, high, and high. I guess how we change interface. Change the code. Hello. So Sky copy a table from Word to this diagram. Yes, I can. Great. Oh, I think this one should be above. No, can we put it here? Like before we go into the question, we want to have this table first. What is this? Oh, I don't know. It's crazy. I just want this table, but like, I don't know what is this box is. Let me try again. Press here. Okay, this look a bit ugly, but it's do a job. I'm gonna say web scraping